Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the few reasons why you should fly into your port early before your cruise and not the day of. Let's go. Hey everyone, Johnny from Byte Size Cruises. Today we're not going to do cruise news, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm just getting off the ship. Future John is just getting off of the ship today, so no time to sit down and do cruise news. Got to pick up the pup, got to drop off the peeps, got to bring in the luggage, do the laundry, get all that stuff done. So we'll be back with cruise news next Sunday. But today we're going to do a video that I like to do like maybe once a year and just update it, refresh it a little bit. And that is the reasons why you should fly in at least a day early for your cruise and maybe longer. So let's get into it. If you are going on a cruise, a lot of people really do try to save money. It's a little bit of money they try to save by flying in the day of the cruise. And it's not the best idea. Look, if you're on a strict budget and there's nothing you can do about it, you have to come in the day of the cruise, I totally understand. It's totally fine for you to do that. We all have to do what we have to do. But here are some compelling reasons why it's probably not the best idea. Number one is the easiest, the one that makes the most sense of all. If you are on an early morning flight, no matter how close you are to the port, I'm about 2 to 2.5 hour flight from Florida. Just as an example, that's where most of the cruises go out of, right? So if I was flying in the morning of and I was on like a 7 a.m., 8 a.m. flight, I'm already barely going to get there on time, right? I'm going to get there by 10:30, 11 o'clock. Even if I take a 6 a.m. flight and I do a direct flight and I get there at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, if anything happens, especially if you're on that 8 a.m. flight, if anything happens and your flight's delayed 2-3 hours, you're in real trouble of not making it to the port. Remember, once you get to Florida, if I'm flying to Florida or if I'm flying anywhere, right? It's not always that the port is super close. If you fly into Miami, 15, 20 minutes, depending on traffic, could be a half an hour, could be 40 minutes. So God forbid if you get there at 2 o'clock and you got to be on the ship by 3, it's really tight. You're thinking maybe I'm going to get a Uber, maybe I'm doing the cruise line transport. They might not be there. They might have left. Who knows, right? God forbid you're flying into Port Canaveral. You fly into Orlando and you have to get to Port Canaveral. It's like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to get there on a good day. So you're in real perilous trouble. Same thing if you are flying up. Say you're flying up from Alabama, or I was almost saying Kentucky, which wouldn't be up, it would be over. But wherever you're flying in from, if you're flying up to Cape Liberty, right, you're going to get off at Newark. It's still 15, 20 minutes to get to the port. God forbid you're going to Manhattan or Brooklyn. Those you're going to hit traffic. You're going to run into all kinds of issues. So it's really crazy to think, even on the East Coast, to fly in early, let alone going across the country or anything like that. So number two is basic peace of mind. Just getting there early will reduce so much stress of you worrying about, God, are we going to get to the ship on time? Do we have everything we need? What happens if we get there and we forgot something and we have to go find something? We have to get something. You have zero margin for error. So you fly in the night before, you can relax, you can have dinner, you wake up early, you wake up refreshed, and you're ready to get on your cruise. You feel great, you're excited, you lose a little bit of all that anxiety and stress. I know it's still anxious getting to the port and everything, but then you're just a little more relaxed. The next one, number 3, is you get to that embarkation city and explore. Some of these cities that you go on a cruise out of are amazing. Think about it, right? You get Miami. What an amazing city Miami is. Fort Lauderdale, right next to Miami. Port Canaveral, it'd be great if you're a Disney fan. Fly in the night before, you can go to Disney, you can go to Epcot, you can go to Universal, you can go to City Walk down there, do a bunch of fun things. Maybe go to Nassau or SpaceX, do those things, and then really enjoy your day. Even if you're coming up here to Cape Liberty, you can go to New York for the evening. You can go see a show in Manhattan. If you're going to Brooklyn, you could stay overnight. You could check out all the great restaurants. And then that's not even counting like Galveston, some of the great cities down in other ports where you can go and have a wonderful day before. Now, when we talk about it a little bit more on the next one, we're going to give you even more reasons. Number 4 is prevent jet lag, right? Maybe you're flying across the country. Maybe you're flying to LA. Maybe you're flying from LA to New York or New Jersey. Maybe you're going to Europe. You're going to Rome, and you're going to leave out Civitavecchia, however you pronounce that, or Greece, or any of the amazing destinations over there like Barcelona. You're definitely, one, going to want to get there to get rid of that jet lag so that you feel okay and you're up and ready to go. You're acclimated to the time change. The second one is, remember, we're going to get that amazing one from number 3 of exploring that embarkation city with all the amazing things there are to do there, even though they don't want us there in touristy areas. They're over us, especially Barcelona. Then another one that ties right into that is, if your flights or anything gets canceled, you're in real trouble, especially if you're leaving the night before. For Europe, I really recommend getting there 2 days, at least 2 to 3 days early, so that you can acclimate, do all these fun things before you go on your cruise. Again, I realize it's an additional expense, but that additional expense in the long run of missing your cruise is minimal. If it's like a few $100s for a hotel, you're spending all this money to go on this amazing trip. Really kind of thinking about that. And look, you get there, it's going to save you time, it's going to save you money in the long run. Make sure you have travel insurance. Travel insurance is going to help you if any of those things get canceled and you, God forbid, miss your flight, or you miss the cruise, or your baggage gets lost. All of those things, right, that you wouldn't normally have time to figure out. Make sure you have travel insurance. It's going to help you with those things as well. Thanks so much for watching today. We really appreciate it. If you found it helpful or useful, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. We put out a brand new video every single day. We're just a travel agency trying to give you the best information possible about cruising so that you can plan to go on an amazing cruise vacation. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Happy cruising. Bye.